this way. Look.
Now, most people like to travel into enchanted lands through the pages of a book. But for those who would like to travel in person, or those who read at a 4th grade level like myself, they might want to fall down a rabbit hole, or with the help of a little pixie dust. Either way, they're going to find the way in to be magical, or even menacing. But don't worry, guys, even though it looks like we're traveling into the jaws of Monstro the whale, the very same whale that swallowed Pinocchio and Geppetto, we're actually being transported into a magical place called, wait for it, Storybook Land. Ooh, Of course, if you guys thought Monstro was scary, coming up on the left side of the boat is the cave of the Big Bad Wolf, who's constantly after those 3 little pigs. Luckily, they live across the way in their 3 little houses, one made of straw, one made of sticks, and one made of 100% guaranteed wolf-proof bricks. But then our story takes a strange turn, as just around the corner is the quaint English village that's home to Alice, where on one golden afternoon, she followed the white rabbit down the rabbit hole into Wonderland, where things only became curiouser and curiouser. Storybook Land is full of fantastic places, like London Park on our right, over which Peter Pan, John, Wendy, and Michael Darling first flew with the help of Tinkerbell's pixie dust on their way to Neverland, where they would never ever have to grow up. Or places like Agrabah, the city of mystery and enchantment, where a street rat named Aladdin first bumped into Princess Jasmine and stole her heart. Though the two were from very different worlds, thanks to the power of love and a little help from a genie, the two were married and now live in the Sultan's palace together. These places here are where love blooms, like the white and pink roses on the archways above us, the very same archways that Aladdin and Jasmine first flew over, sideways, and under, on their magic carpet ride to a whole new world. But while all good stories have their places of love and light, they also have their dark places as well. Places of mystery, like the Cave of Wonders. Its treasure bears a curse that can only be lifted by the genie of the lamp. Legend has it that whoever rubs the lamp and sets the genie free will be granted 3, a count of 1, 2, 3 wishes. Well, thank you very much. From the evil queen when she stumbled upon the cozy forest cottage on our right. That's home to Dot, Sleepy, Sneezy, Grumpy, Bashful, Happy, and Dopey, the 7 dwarves, who offered her shelter in exchange for her kindness. If we turn the page to the left-hand side, you'll see the blue-roofed chateau, where Cinderella wished to go to the ball, but her wicked stepmother forbade it. Luckily, Cinderella had a fairy godmother who was able to grant her wish. But when Cinderella did not return from the ball by the stroke of midnight, her coach turned back into a pumpkin, where it sits on the bridge to this very day. While magic has its limits, luckily love does not, and Cinderella was married to her Prince Charming, and now lives happily ever after in the castle on the hill. Cinderella's story is one that teaches us a valuable lesson in the importance of curfews. Dreams can come true, whether it be a dream like Cinderella's of happily ever after, or a more literal dream of, say, drifting off to sleep on hills of quilted flowers, like the ones to our left, inspired by the 1933 silly symphony cartoon Lullaby Land. The magic of Storybook Land is everywhere, whether it be in the ginormous ducks or the miniature plants, made small through Tinkerbell's enchantments. These are just a few reasons why this place was a favorite to master storyteller Walt Disney, and continues to inspire new tales. Tales like The Wind in the Willows, with Mole who lives on the water's edge, Rat, and Mr. Toad, whose stately manner is coming up on our left. But sorry folks, J. Thaddeus Toad isn't home right now. He's probably off in his motor car on a wild ride down that road to nowhere in particular. And just past Toad Hall is the Kingdom of Arendelle, with its castle on the bay and Elsa's icy palace rising above the snow-covered mountaintops. It was there that Anna and Elsa first met their frozen friends Kristoff, Olaf, and Sven, and discovered something even stronger than Elsa's magic, the power of love. And in the Alpine village to our right, a woodcarver named Geppetto wished upon a star for his puppet to become a real boy. When Pinocchio saved him from the belly of Monstro the whale, the blue fairy granted that wish. Geppetto's wish is like those made in many of our fairy tales, like one that led a little mermaid named Ariel to abandon her life under the sea and fulfill her dream of becoming a part of our world with Prince Eric in his castle to the right. Ariel's story is one that begins in the shadow of her father, King Triton, in the underwater city of Atlantica to the left, and spills out into new adventures that inevitably end in happily ever after. That happy ending was our final piece of fairy tale magic here in Storybook Land. As we approach the dock, please remain seated.